Hey everyone, Roman Jenkins here. Today we're going to be doing a Let's Play of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter. This game came out in 2006, had a really good multiplayer mode, had an interesting instant action mode, and I am going to be playing the campaign. Now, I beat the campaign pretty much every year from 2006 to 2010. I'd go back and play it, and after that, the game lost a lot of its luster. The mechanics of the game were just totally alien to me at that point because of the games that have come out since then that have gone into the same style. This is a cover-based shooter, and it had to compete with Gears of War basically for the controls. And this game just does so many weird things with the controls compared to most games now that it just takes a lot of getting used to and can be really off-putting. And that's how I felt the first couple times I tried to get through it. But we have to go to training anyways, so you guys get to see exactly how I tried to play this. And I'm going to shut up for a brief moment for Hesh here, who's going to tell us about who he is and what he does.
Mitchell, I'm Lieutenant Rosen, the Ghost Team's training and logistics officer.
Alright, I'm going to talk over him most of the time because he's useless. So this is the gold box is basically what we're slaves to this game. It's going to be telling us what to do and what to do when we get there. It's not a bad system. It's interesting, but it's kind of like the progenitor of the follow this character head marker. So that's interesting. The cover system is a little wonky, if not a bit clunky. As you see there, you can switch shoulders by the touch of a button, but in most shooters that have a cover system, you switch shoulders simply by walking to one side or the other. In this, you can walk all the way to the edge of something and not be facing the right way, so you can't get out of cover. And the cover system doesn't always let you get out of cover. It says to hit Y or hold back on L to do it, but sometimes it doesn't register the back on L, so you have to hit Y. And then if you try to walk forward because there's no button that puts you into cover in the first place, you can get stuck on a wall that you didn't mean to get stuck to. And of course, the Y button is also what jumps over cover, so you basically have to double tap Y to get out of and then jump over cover from here on out. The reload system is interesting. You can just tap A to do it, or you can hold A and switch over to a different fire type. With you a scoped rifle or a non-scoped rifle without a grenade launcher, you have either a single shot or automatic fire like I'm in now. If you have a grenade launcher on your rifle, you have full automatic, or you have grenade launcher. So there's a couple options. And of course, LMGs do not give you that option. That was the night vision mode. Don't worry about that right now. Let's show what happens when you walk off the map. The conceit here is that your guy is a technologically advanced soldier. All this stuff's being beamed into his helmet. You can kind of see the cord coming out of his backpack there. And if you walk out of the operational area, you're leaving basically where you can get a signal. So you start getting all this fuzz over your vision. This cover's wonky. A lot of the cover in this game is wonky. Some things that you think you can stick to, you just can't stick to. Some things that you don't think you can stick to, your guy will just latch onto like it's basically a plank of wood after a shipwreck. Let's go over here and grab some grenades. So, the inventory system in this game, if you can call it that, is fairly interesting. So, as you'll see in a moment, you can hold B to go through your weapon selection. So in this case, I have my assault rifle, I have my pistol, and I have my grenades. Now, once I've selected the grenades from that inventory list, I can go in and select smoke grenades from that list. If I want to switch back from the smoke grenades to normal grenades, I can just tap A. If I want to switch back to my assault rifle, I just have to tap B, because the game remembers what your last choice was before your current selection. So just there, I just tapped B and I went back to smoke grenades. The grenades are interesting. You basically have to run them all the way to the top on that red bar thing to get a decent throw out of it. Otherwise, it kind of sucks. The smoke grenades are useful for pretty much this situation alone. They don't really help you in any real degree except for with the tanks. And there's a few tanks in this game. Actually, this exact scenario is going to come up a little later in a couple videos. So they really prep you for this one. And I can see why. If you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, you might get fucked on something like this. There's no sprint button. I keep trying to sprint, and you might see that occasionally, but your guy goes 1 speed. It's fairly quick for all that it is. Okay, so we don't have really any options here. We are only allowed to grab this gun, this Zeus man-portable something or other. And it's basically a javelin from pretty much all the military games that come out. You have to lock on, and once you do, well, maybe sometimes you shoot yourself. I'm actually in a training mode, so I can't die, which is good news for me. If you hit one of those, resupply crates, though, your settings for the B and A button get completely fucked. So you have to run them over again. So let's try this again. There's a bit of a lock on. You'll see right here. I can shoot finally. And it takes about 2 rockets to kill one of these things. So let's do it again. Good night. Alright, so now we're done with that. I go over here because I'm paranoid about my ammo supplies, and I reload despite the fact I know I'm getting rid of this gun in about a second. Yep, here we go. And we're off. We're about to get the main mechanic of this game, which is the squad team, the squad members, and guiding them. That's going to be a fairly lengthy section of this video, actually. Let's go into the squad menu. You can pick these guys. Riflemen are what I am right now. They have scoped rifles. Grenadiers are people like my cousin Bo here, who have grenade launchers on their rifles. And gunners are, well, they're LMG guys. So they put down suppressing fire, and they'll fire those things at trucks too. So I only have 2 choices. I'm going to stick to the assault rifle I have. You can't change your pistol, and you can't change your grenades ever. Those are the only choices you have on those. So let's learn how to guide a squad around. It's fairly simple. Everyone on your squad guides at once. They don't go anywhere on their own. So all you have to do is hit a direction, and they will follow it. And just, let's say I hit up at this square over here like it tells me to, and you'll see these, yep. If anyone's ever played Mass Effect, it looks eerily similar to that, does it not? Alright, let's put them here. They'll automatically get cover. If you point them towards an edge of something, they'll stack up on the edge, which I think is interesting. And if you look in the top left there, you get a view of where they are and what they're looking at. So if they see something on there, it's like an enemy or anything like that, you can actually figure out where they are and what they're doing with excuse me. So I run them back here just to see. I do this every time I play this game, because the first time I ever played this game, I lost my gunner in a weird piece of geometry in the street, and I couldn't continue the training mission. And I've actually now walked through the training area. Once again, the game gates you with that whole operational area thing, and you can actually guide these guys via the TAC map. By just hitting up in an area. They will shoot people. They do a pretty decent job, actually, of shooting everyone opposing you. And because you can revive them, but they can't revive you, I suggest basically abusing these guys like meat shields if you decide to play this game. It's really the way to go. But right up here, it's just some more pointless squad commands. So I send them out, and they're in attack mode right now. There's 2 modes, attack and recon. Recon mode is, well, there's no real good reason to ever use it. It means these guys will only fire when you start firing. Attack mode means they will go ahead and be the first people to fire some bullets. Alright, so here we go. I was going to show how long it takes for these guys to kill someone. It's not as bad as a Call of Duty game, but they're effective enough, and one of my guys went down. That can't have been a scripted event. You can either heal them yourself by hitting Y when you're close to them, or hit up when you're facing one of them and have your squad members do it. Most of the time, I suggest having your squad members do it, because you never know if you're going to get shot while you do this, and you can't be revived. Sometimes they do really stupid things and they get shot, and it's their fault for it. So let's go up ahead and introduce ourselves to one more new mechanic before we go for the climactic battle of the training mission, and that is the APC and/or vehicle movement system. So in the crosscom there on the upper left, you can see I now have the Striker APC, and all you can do is tell it to move forward or back. You can't direct it exactly, and it will only move up as far as it wants to move up at that given time. You can also have it attack things, as we'll see in a moment, but one of the things that really bugs me about the system is that to get to the Striker, you have to hit the right directional button. You can't hit left or right. You can only hit the correct button. You can't cycle through everything, and sometimes you'll be guiding, up to. You can only guide up to 2 things at a time. So your guys are always going to be on the left, and the specialty vehicle is always going to be on the right. But at the same time, it just gets very annoying that you can't just cycle through very quickly. Alright, this is kind of a useless ammo box, but I'm going to use it.
Clear this area of enemy combatants so that my Blackhawk can land for your extraction.
Yep, thanks, just shoot me in the head, that's cool. Alright, so we're in kind of a climactic battle here. You can take cover on this thing. You can't shoot from out behind it, though. So I spend a good minute trying to fire from out behind it and not able to do it. So just switch over here. Those red outlines almost feel like cheating, but because you get thrown with, you get so many guys thrown at you at every chance the game gets, and pretty much every one of these guys could kill you if they know what they're doing. It doesn't feel, I don't feel too bad about using it to the degree I'm going to use it in this game. This is actually like a grenade training simulator here. Yeah, well, I suck at throwing grenades. There's no one really in the area that I can reach. But watch this. This guy gets knocked right on his ass. So you can't use these sandbags as cover, as I found out doing this. But we're almost done here. We just got to clear out a couple of these guys. The MRC is basically going to be my weapon of choice throughout the game, but I am going to pick up other weapons just to show you that they're in the game. And there's a good reason for it. It does decent damage. It's got a decent rate of fire in full auto and semi-auto modes, and it has 50 bullets in a clip or magazine. Alright, so let's run our team over here. They're on me, regrouped, and we will get out of here and start the game proper. So thanks everyone for watching. Enjoy the little cutscenes, and I'll see you next time.
Mitchell, our situation is this. 2 days ago, we lost an RC-12 spy plane down in Nicaragua. It was carrying Guardrail 9, a multifunction Black Ops communications asset. Yesterday, Nicaraguan rebels made contact with a paramilitary group here in Mexico City. We now have SFC Joe Ramirez on the ground. He has confirmed a deal is taking place. We must retrieve the package and get it back to the extraction point. This Blackhawk will be on standby for support and extraction. To repeat, Objective 1 is reach Ramirez's position.
Understood. Reach Ramirez's position. Got it, bud. Let's do it.
Excellent. Good to have you aboard, Scott. You are now weapons free.